So Love Me is a film that premiered at Sundance and stars Steven Yeun and Kristen Stewart and follows two robots after human civilization has ended and their journey of falling in love with one another. Now, listen, it sounds very similar to WALL-E, doesn't it? Well, it plays out like a more mature WALL-E Pixar film with some really nice themes about individualism, about online culture, about the human condition, and just human love. And I think that it is a really good film if it was only about 30 minutes. So let's get into this, guys. First and foremost, I want to say Steven Yeun and Kristen Stewart are really, really good. I feel so many emotions while following them throughout this story, and I think that both of them have so much charisma and good chemistry on screen together, by the way, and good chemistry apart. Kristen Stewart just has so much presence on camera and knows how to get you into your feels, especially as this character falls even more and more away from another character that she's trying to emulate. So let me back up here. One of the robots, Kristen Stewart's character, watches a certain YouTube channel over and over and begins to form her personality around that personality on YouTube. And she also forms a personality of her lover off of the lover on YouTube. So there is this biting off the personality of another person, and that goes to really hit home for social media content creators and how sometimes it can feel like some are maybe manipulating their personality too much to fit into something else, whereas they are their own individual being and they have to have that moment of self-discovery and come to moment of when they realize who they really are. And I think that is a deep, great message imbued into this film. So I like this individuality and breaking away from social media that happens. You see the two robots really grow and become individual, or at least one of them. So let's get into some things that don't quite work in this movie for me. We spend so much time on Steven Yeun's character that I think there's not enough time for Kristen Stewart's character, who we start the movie with. So I think that they spend a lot of time with Steven Yeun's character embracing the individuality and going through learning these things and learning how to really be human and individual. And we're locked away from Kristen Stewart's character throughout these moments, which is a little odd in my opinion. I wanted to see more self-discovery with that character. But the biggest issue with this movie is, unfortunately, while it has these great themes of individualism and social media and how content can influence us to become who we aren't, it really runs around in circles with that message narratively. I mean, we have the self-discovery of Steven Yeun's character, and then we have Kristen Stewart's character come back into the narrative, and then it's almost like her character is still fake and has to discover it herself. So this self-discovery message keeps running around in circles in the movie, and I wish they would have just had it happen in a captivating way one time where both characters make these transformations and then we can get out of the movie. So that's why I think this movie could easily be a great 30-minute short, because the performances are good, the message and themes are really good, but unfortunately it runs around in circles a lot and made me want more out of Kristen Stewart's character because her acting was phenomenal. I thought she was fantastic in this film. Same with Steven Yeun. They're both really great, but we get so much time with Steven Yeun, it robs us of the time with Kristen Stewart. And with that narrative running around in circles, it just robs us of precious screen time that we could have discovering both of those characters so much more and on such a deeper level. And I also looking at this and I'm like, man, y'all are watching so much content online and nobody stumbled upon adult media, so that's a little unrealistic, but all in all, I think it's got a really good message and would have been a great 30-minute film. I mean, if it was only about 30 minutes, it would have been fantastic. But unfortunately, due to its runtime, I think it jogs around in circles a little too much. I did like the use of internet culture and really like the use of them creating avatars as well to communicate with one another. They really copy off of specific personalities, and it takes a turn of them beginning to actually discover themselves. So I like that message. I like the theme. I like what they're doing here, but I don't really like how the script and screenplay run in circles, and I just think that it could have been so much shorter because the pacing and script are the worst part about it. But you guys let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm not entirely sure when this will be coming out. I'm thinking this could possibly be a streaming release, maybe even a theatrical release, so be on the lookout for this one, and hopefully it does get some distributing, because even though I wasn't the biggest fan of it, I do still think it merits a release somewhere. Guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments, and hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. I cover news on the MCU, DCU, and movie reviews, news here on the channel, guys, on all social media platforms, Threads, X, here on the YouTube community tab on top movie news all throughout the day, guys. So hit me up there at Geekly Goods, and we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods.